Hi, I'm Ben. I'm the Managing Executive of the Digital Insurance Division of SilverBridge. We basically look after our insurance customers. And I'm having a conversation today with one of my colleagues, Annalie. She's the head of product.
Today we are here to discuss the policyholder journey of tomorrow. What is required to service the client digitally?
I think it comes down to underlying technology. So you said earlier that having legacy technology in place makes things difficult. It's not always easy to integrate that to the new. So it becomes a question of how quickly can you rip and replace, or is your approach going to be that to integrate the old with the new?
Insurers need to examine the existing legacy solutions and ask themselves a couple of questions. Does their current architecture allow for easy integration? Does it enable policyholders to digitally onboard themselves? Does the company have conversations around intelligent process automation? Where are they with straight-through processing, from digital marketing to onboarding and from claims to underwriting? To keep existing business and sell more, the policyholder experience is key.
I don't think you can have these conversations just in theory anymore. I think you need to have thought of this already, and you need to have solutions in place.
Yeah. It needs to be real conversations, and roadmaps need to be put in place to get here.
A few years ago, disruption and digitalisation were buzzwords in the industry. I think everybody was a little bit scared of the disruption to come. Nobody was really sure what it was all about and what they need to do. At that stage, there were pockets of innovation, maybe taking a piece of a process and digitalising that with a very specific, innovative digital solution. These days, I think that's not really good enough anymore. The needs of the customer has changed so much that they want a completely digital experience end to end. So innovation really needs to be commonplace. You need to take the whole policyholder experience and digitalize everything. So innovation, needs to kick in from start to finish.
Agreed. The COVID-19 pandemic and the resultant lockdown has escalated the need to have modernization and digitalization strategies in place. It's imperative if the insurer wants to meet the need of the policyholder and the overall customer experience.
So if you look at a mature market, a policyholder in that market wants an online experience that's quick and easy, with multiple options that's all automated. But if you go to the emerging market, a policyholder in that market, rather wants a mobile experience with options that are simple. They big into mobile, so you onboard them through the mobile channel rather than online.
Yes, it sounds straightforward from the outside, but it's quite challenging for the insurer, especially if they sit with legacy software, which doesn't enable this end-to-end digital process and journey for the policyholder.
So Annalie, you said earlier that the policyholder experience is paramount. I absolutely agree with that. I think it is not really good enough just to have these conversations anymore in theory. I think you need a very clear and aggressive roadmap for your company to get there. It's always been important to manage budget, but in this difficult time, it's become even more important to manage your budget very tightly. But as an insurer, you can ill afford not to have a look at the digitalization roadmap and prioritize. So I think the way to do it is to take your digitalization roadmap as a whole, identify the items that will add the most value in the policyholder digital experience, those items that focus most on being customer centric, and prioritize those ones.
Yeah. Modernization must be done in a way that makes business sense, and it must be done with a customer-centric mindset. Simply replacing your legacy solution with a best-in-class software solution is not going to get you where you want to be. You need to think through this journey carefully. An option is to initially sell new business digitally while still maintaining your existing business on your legacy solution.
Okay, so I see almost like a hybrid solution in the beginning.
Yes.
To work with the challenges and then later on going to fully digital.
Yeah. With a very clear roadmap on getting to a fully digital environment.
So Annalie, this approach makes sense because an insurer that's been doing business for years has built up a wealth of data which you don't want to lose. So that sort of approach enables the insurer to migrate on its own terms rather than just ripping and replacing.
For sure. Another benefit of modernization is that it enables insurers to react in an agile way to the changing market needs and the needs of customers.
So what you're implying is that the onus is on the insurers to instill that mindset of change and instill confidence in these modernization and digitalization projects. I think that makes sense. The insurers who get this right, I think, are going to be the businesses of the future.